having my coffee, but I wanted to show you how I make fermented pickles. If you like refrigerated pickles like Bubby's in the East Coast, I don't know a West Coast brand, but around where we are now, New York City, Jewish style pickles, fermented. Oh my God, so good. So you can make them really easily at home. Just cucumbers, dill, garlic, kosher salt, seasonings, water, and a little bit of time. That's all it takes. So good. Really pretty much no special equipment. I do have some stuff that is designed for making fermented stuff, which I'll show you, but you can figure out a way to do it without. So let me get all the stuff together and then we'll break it down and show you how I do it. All right, so first thing I do, I am going to rinse things off. I've got a bundle of fresh dill. I don't use soap. You could, but I like to keep some of the bacteria that's on there, which is what does the fermenting for me. And cucumbers. Dill. Just rinse them all. Usually I would choose Kirby kind of pickling size cucumbers, but this is all I had at the store, and these will work. They just, they don't get as crunchy. They get soft quickly, which actually can be good because you make pickles faster. It doesn't take 2 weeks. I'm actually going to go through and wash these. I feel wax on them, and I don't want that since I'm keeping the skins. So I'm going to use soap. Try and get some of that food wax off. I don't know if it'll get much, but I'm going to try. Wish they wouldn't use that. I don't prefer having food packaged with chemicals and waxes and preservatives and stuff like that. But ideally, what I would love to do is be able to get pickles from a farmer's market, which they have around here, but my schedule doesn't really work for getting to the farmer's market in time. Alright, next I've got to get cucumbers trimmed and cut down to size so they fit into the food processor because I like to slice them. I'm going to get that set up. I thought I was recording and it wasn't, so I missed all of my cucumber prep and garlic prep. It's so annoying. Anyway, all I did was trim the ends of the cucumber, both ends, and then cut them to fit my food processor so that I can slice them. You can see I've got all of them done. Could be lazy to leave these garlic skins on. It really doesn't matter. But I sometimes like to eat the garlic after it's pickled with the brine with the pickles, so I peel it. It's easier. See this just comes off so easy when it's smashed, and it activates the oils and the garlic as well. It's my experience. I am no chef, but I like to cook. Just give that a rough chop. Get stuff cleaned up. Gallon-sized jar here. Just dill up. I usually use, most of it. Putting it down on the bottom. And the cucumbers keep it from floating, which anything that floats to the top of the water can get mold on it when it gets exposed to the air. You'll see at the end. This stalks I usually don't use. You can, but they don't really add much flavor, so I leave them out. Garlic. So now I'm going to slice these cucumbers. Let's see if I can get 2 of these ready. Sometimes it just won't go. So I get nice pieces of sliced cucumber. Willy-nilly, as they say. Mostly I'm just trying to pack everything in here so that it fits. It'll be tight, but there's a lot of water that comes out of these cucumbers in the first couple of days, so change quite a lot. And I'm just packing them in. Before I go any further, I'm going to put some seasoning in here. So you can use a pickling spice mix if you like. I prefer like a simple dill salt. I typically don't use a mix. I use a combination of spices to taste. Whole peppercorns. A few celery seeds, why not? Some crushed red pepper, a little spice, bay leaves, a few mustard seeds. I'll put a little fennel in here to caraway. Again, I just wing it. It's different every time. I'll go ahead and put some salt in there now. I'm going to adjust it once I get the liquids in. Making a mess. full one this time. I'm going to use this juice from the last batch, the brine left over, reuse it. All the flavors and bacteria are in there. And I still need to add water, so that makes sense. Put that in first. This is an example of pickle that was from the last batch that went out of garlic. Kind of looks disgusting in here probably, but they're so good. Garlicky, sour, tangy, no vinegar, but they've got a kick. So I'll add a little bit of water here. They want to be covered over. Whoa, might be almost too much. I have these weights. They fit together and they fit inside the diameter of this jar, but they're in thirds so that you can get them in. I'm probably not going to use all three in this case because this jar is so full. Probably, yeah, just one. And you can see how that has kept most of the pieces from floating. I got a few up here, which I'm just gonna pull off. I'm not too worried about them. If you have a little bit, usually it doesn't make issues. One thing I should do. Sure, check the saltiness. Pull this back out. And just mix these. I'm pressing down and I'm getting air out. You see that? Mixing the juice, liquids. Wow. Basically what I'm going for is the brine should be as salty as you want the pickles to be. I have over salted it before. It's not the end of the world, they're just a little more salty than. I always use kosher salt. Sea salt just doesn't do the same thing as kosher salt. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm not a trained chef, I haven't studied the chemistry and all that, but for pickles, it just works so much better. I'll mix that salt in a little bit. Well, see how we did. Oh yeah, that's nice and salty. Again, this is really to taste. So I have this. They are Nourished Essentials makes these lids. They have a vent here, and so if there's pressure building up from fermentation, it will release, but it keeps it sealed. You can also use just a coffee filter and a rubber band for a couple days. That works totally fine. These have date sliders, so I'm going to put that on today's date so I know when I made them, and then that just screws on, and that's it. Alright, so the last step is weight. I'm going to set this in a cool, dark spot, and I'll watch it, check on it every day or two, leave it at room temperature for, depending on the conditions, anywhere from a couple days to a week. Once you start to see bubbles forming, and then you know that the bacteria is working, and then I typically put it in the fridge, and then usually it's about 2 to 3 weeks, and I have pickles. So let's see if I can add some other shots to this before I put the video out. The last part is cleaning up I have to figure out how to do this on the bus. I'm not sure. I guess if we're going to be parked for 2 weeks, I can do it, or something like that. Figure it out. We'll see. But around here, really good pickles that I like cost like $7 a jar, and that gallon I just made was probably less than that. I think it was 79 cents each for the cucumbers. Thing of dill, spices, probably like $5 or $6 at most in that whole gallon, which is gonna end up to be like 3 or 4 normal store-bought pickle jars. So for me, the savings make a lot of sense. And I like them just as much as what I can get in the store. These nutritional essentials, nourished essentials, they have a wide mouth size, and the kit that I got had this large lid for the gallon, and then the 3 glass that they all came together in one kit. Let's see if I can find them. I think I got them on Amazon. Alright, well, that's enough about pickles for today. Ooh, that's a good one. Look at that nice guy. Anyway, next time, back to bus renovations. See you then.